Hello students, this is our chapter 5 Principles of Inheritance and Variations. Today we'll study about mutations and some diseases, Mendelian disorders and chromosomal disorders. Mutation is a phenomenon which results in alteration of DNA sequences and consequently results in changes in the genotype and phenotype of an organism. In addition to recombination, mutation is another phenomena that leads to variation in DNA. So recombination that we studied in crossing over, as we know that DNA helix runs continuously from one end to other in each chromatid. In a highly supercoiled form. So we'll study packaging and coiling of DNA in next chapter, molecular basis of inheritance. Therefore, loss means deletion or gain, insertion or duplication of any segment of DNA results in alteration in chromosomes. Since genes are known to be located on chromosomes, alteration in chromosomes result in abnormalities or aberrations. Chromosomal aberrations are commonly observed in cancer cells. So, in addition to all these cases, mutations also arise to change in a single gene pair of DNA. Now, let's see the example in the next slide. A classical example is sickle cell anemia. This slide is showing sickle cell anemia, which is an autosomal hereditary disorder in which the erythrocytes, means RBC, become sickle shaped under oxygen deficiency as during strenuous exercise and at high altitudes. The disorder or disease is caused by the formation of an abnormal hemoglobin called hemoglobin S. So here you can see in the lower diagram that normal hemoglobin gene CTC it changes into sickle cell HBS gene CAC. What is CTC? CTC, you have heard about purine and pyrimidine, cytosine, thiamine and cytosine, and this one is cytosine, adenine and cytosine. So these are the two strands of DNA, and they changes into messenger RNA, which we have studied earlier. Replication, transcription and then translation occurs, and after transcription messenger RNA is formed, GAG and GUG. This you will study about in molecular basis of inheritance chapter. And here what I want to say that with the help of only change of single base pair, uh, 6 position पे जो glutamic acid present है that changes into valine, and the shape of hemoglobin RBC changes from oval shape. It changes in from biconcave oval shape. It changes into sickle shape. Now this is one more slide to show sickle cell anemia. The gene for sickle cell erythrocytes is represented by HBS, while that of normal erythrocytes is written as HBA. The homozygous for two types are HBS and HBS together, and HBA, HBA, and heterozygous is written as HBA and HBS. I am be telling you in the next example. So when two sickle cell heterozygotes marry, they produce three types of children: homozygous normal, heterozygous carrier, and homozygous sickle cell in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 1. I am telling you in the next example. So this is just telling here that if the base pair GAG uh, from the base pair GAG, it's changed from A is converted, mutated into T, then GAG becomes GTG, and GAG is forming glutamic acid while GTG is forming valine. So glutamic acid is forming normal erythrocyte, and when valine is formed, then it's going to form shape erythrocytes. So this changes, and sickle shaped erythrocytes can't move frequently in the blood vessels, and they cause severe anemia. In this slide, we'll study what pedigree analysis and pedigree charts. So what does pedigree mean? A record of inheritance of certain genetic traits for two or more generations presented in the form of diagram or family tree is called pedigree. The individual from which a pedigree is initiated is called proband. Pedigree is employed in case of human beings and domesticated animals, especially pets, etc. So I'll be telling you about pedigree, that some symbols are there. When we'll study a pedigree chart, then we have to use these symbols. And first one is showing, you have to study very well these symbols. Male, then female, sex unspecified. Then these are affected individuals, which are red in color. The boxes which are colored with red color, these are affected individuals. Then mating between male and female, and then it's mating between relatives, means cousins के बीच में marriage अगर हो जाती है तो. And this is showing parents above and children below in order of birth, left to right. And then parents with male, child affected with disease. This is red color is with disease, and this is for identical twins, and this is non-identical twins. So we'll study this. We have to learn all these symbols properly so that we'll be able to do these pedigree charts properly. So in the previous slide, we have done the symbols used in the human pedigree analysis. So as you are watching the slide, that it's I'm explaining autosomal dominant trait. For example, myotonic dystrophy. So what does it mean? In this, you are watching that female is affected and male is normal, and they have 4 children. From we have to move from left to right. Left one, female is normal. Then second is male, male is affected, deceased. Third one is male and he is normal, and fourth one is female, which is affected. Now you can see that when the third number, the male who marries a normal female, then there no children is affected by the disease. Whether the fourth one, the female is affected and it marries normal male, and then this disease goes to next generation. Now this is autosomal dominant. Autosomal dominant trait means it seldom skips a generation. It comes in every generation because it is a dominant trait. It tries to come in every generation. So this is the example of myotonic dystrophy. So likewise, I will be explaining the next autosomal recessive trait. Now in autosomal recessive trait, you see that both male and female are unaffected, but their children are normal also and affected also. So it means that if autosomal recessive trait is there, it may skip a generation. It appears in the case of marriage of generations, means that it may skip a generation and may also appear in a it may appear in next generation. Now this picture is representing pedigree analysis, which I have discussed earlier in the previous slide. Autosomal dominant trait A and autosomal recessive trait B. So second example, B example is of sickle cell anemia, and A is example of myotonic dystrophy. So you take a pen and paper and make all these crosses and see what your results do come. So this slide includes genetic disorders. Genetic disorders are grouped into 2 categories: Mendelian disorders and chromosomal disorders. Mendelian disorders are mainly determined by alteration or mutation in single gene. These disorders are transmitted to the offspring on the same lines as we have studied in the principles of inheritance. Just like the pattern of inheritance of such Mendelian disorders can be traced in a family by pedigree analysis. So most common are hemophilia, color blindness, cystic fibrosis, and sickle cell anemia, and phenylketonuria, thalassemia, etc. This sex-linked recessive disease, which is called hemophilia, um, which shows the transmission from unaffected carrier female to some of the male progeny has been widely studied. So in this disease, a single protein, there is a part of cascade of proteins involved in the clotting of blood is affected. Due to this, the affected individual if have a single cut will result in non-stop bleeding, means clotting of blood doesn't take place. So the heterozygous female for hemophilia may transmit the disease to sons. The probability of disease female becoming a hemophilic is extremely rare, because mother of such a female has to be at least carrier and the father should be hemophilic. So let us see in the next slide how this cross can be. Now let's understand hemophilia with this example. Now here we have taken normal female and hemophilic male. So this is present only on X chromosome. So you can see with the help of Punnett scare, gametes are formed in female. Two eggs XX normal are formed, and hemophilic male is going to form sperm. One is Y, that is normal, and one is hemophilic sperm having a gene with hemophilia. So with the help of Punnett scare, you can see that production of normal children when the father is hemophilic and the mother is normal. This is because the X chromosome of male carrying the defective gene is passed on to daughter, who becomes carrier. Now in this case, girls are being two girls are carrier, but they are not hemophilic, and boys are normal. So what you have to do, you have to take pen and paper, you have to make Punnett squares and draw the conclusions that what will be drawn by. Now this is one more example in which woman is carrier and man is normal. So both are married, and what happens that after pregnancy? So our outcomes of pregnancy. Now if you make Punnett scare, then you can see that normal female is formed. 25% chances are girl is normal, and 25% chances are the boy is without hemophilia, but 25% chances are son may be hemophilic. If son is having, if the boy is having hemophilic gene on one chromosome, then it will be hemophilic, and if the girl is having on one X chromosome, then it will be carrier. It will be hemophilic only when this gene is present on both the chromosomes. So it's the second one. Now this is the third example of the same case, hemophilia. In this we have taken hemophilic man and the woman is carrier. So what happens? Then the woman is carrier, then ovaries are of two types. One is normal X and one is XH, and the hemophilic man XH and XY. So what are the outcomes? You make a Punnett scare and you will see that 25% son are without hemophilia, 25% daughter are with hemophilia, 25% son are with hemophilia, and 25% girl daughter are chances are that may be carrier of hemophilia. So what you have to do, you have to take paper pen, you have to make all these cases, Punnett scare, and from this chapter no normal questions are there, always in twisted language, and we have to solve like this. So, females suffering from disease only in homozygous condition, and females becoming hemophilic is extremely rare. I have told you earlier, because mother of such a female should be at least carrier, and the father should be hemophilic. Affected transmits the disease only to son, not to daughter. Daughter can receive the disease from both mother and father. So, this we'll study about more diseases in the next lecture.